Eleanor Fizzbucket woke up one fine Tuesday and decided she was tired of large things. Her hands were small, her patience even smaller, and her apartment could barely fit her potted cactus, Carl. If art was to flourish, it must shrink, she reasoned. Thus began her accidental crusade as the queen of mini masterpieces. Eleanor hunches over her kitchen table, squinting at a tiny canvas and muttering at her paintbrush. Her neighbor Mrs. Blunderwhistle, watching through the window, finally asks, "What on earth are you doing, dear?" Eleanor replies with a flourish, knocking over Carl for the 6th time, creating monumental art. Very, very tiny monumentals. Rumor of Eleanor's microgenius spreads fast. By Thursday, half the Dandelion Lane Gardening Club assembles in her living room. They lean in, noses pressed against magnifying glasses, to admire a sunset that fits comfortably between 2 grains of rice. Mrs. Blunderwhistle attempts to take a selfie with one of the canvases, but accidentally photographs her left nostril instead. Competition erupts on Dandelion Lane. Gerald the grocer shows a landscape on a dried pea, while Timmy Bakerson displays alleged single-molecule doodles, possibly dust. News crews arrive, including a Channel 9 reporter with a massive camera lens. "Why mini canvases?" asks the reporter, lowering his voice, presumably so as not to frighten the art. Eleanor grins, because nothing says importance like a masterpiece you can lose in your sock drawer. Eleanor's fame skyrockets. The Louvre calls, wishing to dedicate a closet, no, a shoebox, to her collection. Art critics arrive dressed as bird watchers, scanning the room for signs of creativity just visible to the naked eye if you squint and tilt your head. One critic mistakenly eats a canvas, believing it's a decorative cracker. He calls it exquisitely crunchy. The final showdown. The annual Dandelion Lane Art-Off. Eleanor faces off against Gerald, who now paints exclusively in the shade of pumpernickel, on sesame seeds. Timmy, in a shocking twist, presents an invisible sculpture. Applause breaks out, although it's unclear if the clapping is for Eleanor, Gerald, or Carl, who now sits atop a throne of abandoned bottle caps. Eleanor's masterpiece, titled "Sneeze and You'll Miss It," wins by unanimous vote. The mayor tries to hand her a trophy, but Eleanor waves it away. "Make it smaller," she says. "No, smaller." The mayor places a speck of glitter in her palm. Eleanor beams, victorious, and finally, not outdone by Carl's ability to fit anywhere. And thus, with a wink and a tweezer's salute, Eleanor ushers in a new era, the rise of the tiny, sublime, and occasionally edible masterpiece. Her hands were small, her patience even smaller, and her apartment could barely fit her potted cactus, Carl.